What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Hustle and Hair. I am your co-host, Tony,
I'm your co-host, Steve.
and we are here to bring you guys the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between when it comes to business, when it comes to hair, when it comes to beauty supply, and just everything to do in the world that we're involved in. And today's episode, we're gonna kind of run it off a little bit of last time's episode, right? We ran out of time, but it was a very interesting conversation. I actually like, no matter how many times we have that conversation, it's always like the first time because it's always nice to
I
know
loved it,
like your
man.
experiences we've been through, and yeah, then when you talk about a story two or three times,
Mm.
you get more details and you get to ask certain questions. So I know last time, you were asking me a lot of questions. I was kind of giving you just some glimpses of things I've been through in my life in certain scenarios and situations.
Mm.
I wanted to, kind of reach over and extend it back to you. So, and I want the audience to also see the story like on your side, right? And, the main topic was basically, discipline, consistency, how we grew our businesses, how we got here, and, where we're headed, and what keeps us motivated, what keeps us going in this economy in an industry that is changing every single day. Competition coming in by what is it that drives us? And I want to hand it over to you and kind of get a little bit of your stories and your situations, and hit that soft point about business. What keeps Steve fucking disciplined and motivated?
Well, then let's go back for the first year when I start this business here. Yeah, that was the last year in the college. Uh, I started my first warehouse. Got a whole container shipped from our factory. Um, I was dreaming that everything would be right. Business will be so easy, but it was totally one opposite. Um, I was decored my office, uh, pretty a nice office. Uh, the shit doesn't work. Shit
No.
doesn't work, and nobody really want anything from me. I drive to each beauty supply stores, introduce myself, introduce my product. Hey, this is the Chinese factory. I have a sample here. Um, would you interesting to take a look at it? Uh, they asked me a bunch of questions I never heard of. Um, and I was just trying to answer whatever I know. Uh, and first 10 store, I got kicked out. I got kicked out.
Really?
Yes, some people kick out from their stores, not even nicely.
Get the fuck out of here.
Not really like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That would
yeah.
be in by a different situation. But I mean, yeah, even they say that,
Yeah.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't, I wouldn't do anything. I would just probably in by get the fuck out for
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a get the fuck out. He say, just get out. We don't need anything. I'm busy over here. Just get out. First, second, third. I was sitting in my car. What's going on? I've been offering the cheapest price. Um, what I thinking maybe my stuff is the best one on the street. Well, the reality is above average, but my price is cheaper. Why there's not a people accept me, accept my stuff? I was driving around, kick out from the store, 10, 12 stores.
Damn.
Then yes, then I in by go to one of um kind of like a friends because we know we have a connections back home in my town because this guy also does uh hair distributions. But he's here that time he was the only Chinese. I went to his warehouse because his father related to one of my father's friend's factory. Well, it's a complicated. Well, just let everybody know that I tried everything I could to trying to get myself into this industry. I went to his warehouse. He was playing basketball with his friends and employees. I
In
was
his
there.
warehouse?
And I went to his warehouse. I think you know the warehouse. Uh, I in by purchase his business. Like our warehouse manager, Jason. It used to work for them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, couple people in inside the factory used to work with them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, I was waiting there for 30 minutes. Uh, because they're playing basketball. I wasn't there by right time. I have to wait 30 minutes. Got nothing to complain. Of course, people in my mind, fuck this shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I have to do what I gotta do. Waiting over there is 30 minutes later. He invited me to his office, just trying to show nice. Uh, offer me a cup of tea, a cigar, and we talk. I was see if anything we can do on the business or anything he could help me. And he was just bringing one of his employee. Steve, show her your samples, and he was asking his employee if his product you can push. She said, "We'll try." Okay, Steve, go back. Wait for my call. We'll try to sell your stuff. I go back. Wait 1 week, 2 week, 2 months. Nothing call. Come back.
And still, you haven't picked up a customer yet.
Not yet.
Like
Nobody.
after him, you still are dry. So you went to 10, 12, 13 stores, nothing.
Nothing.
He was your last
Well,
hope.
well, well. Yeah, there's a couple small stores and getting 10, 20 piece
Yeah,
here
yeah,
and
but not
there.
like a real
My
client.
revenue average $500 a week.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
In sales.
in sales revenue, $500 a week.
Shit.
My rent was 2,000 for my warehouse. I barely pay my rent.
Wow.
Yeah, then I was sitting down in my car, and I don't mind to told everyone I was crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I go through is people's being kicked it out
It's
and
hard. It's hard.
disrespectful from other people, and nobody accept me. I don't know what to do. I was like 21 or 22, 22. Yeah, first time I was a little. Yeah, I was a little depressed. Then 2 3 days I was sitting home thinking where I can break this ice, where I can get myself in. Then I walked to a warehouse in Miami, Miami Garden, a warehouse. I get in, seeing on the door, you guys, they're hiring. I said, you guys hiring? Yeah. What can you do? I said, I can do anything. I have good knowledge for hairs because I had the hair factory. My family owns hair factory, so I have good knowledge on hairs. He said, okay, but what's your factory sell? I said, I would let you know that later, but I need a job. I need income. All right. First week, I think I did clean the bathroom, unload the container, push the sales, and so much things. Warehouse manager, right? First week. Um, yeah. From there, I know in America people pay by weekly. People pay by weekly. First week done, the owner had me $420. I was working from Monday to Saturday. Yeah, hand me a $420. He give it to me. I say, look, actually I was a lie to you. I'm not really looking for job. I'm looking for opportunities. I don't need this pay. You could keep with you. Then what you need then? Are you going to continue work here or not? Yeah, I see how you work. We need you. I say, I'm glad that you say that.
That's crazy.
I would work here as my own business without paying. The only request I am asking, let my staff getting into your store. Sell, pay me. Don't sell, giving my stuff back. I will make sure that stuff sell. And then I work here. I'll make sure my stuff inside your store moving. Okay, fair enough.
Damn.
You know what? Ship it. Second week on Tuesday afternoon, 4 p.m. UPS delivered a $3,000. Oh, a 3,800 something and delivery. Oh, by the way, my first warehouse I already closed down by the time because nobody want my stuff. We have to ship this container to Africa because that was for like 400 something. 400 something. Yeah,
Wow.
$400,000. We can't stock over here. We ship to Africa and find different resource to sell. We have company in Africa to
Yeah, yeah.
Nigeria. Yeah. So we have to ship a fresh shipment from China. So arrival on Wednesday. Sony arrival. The following week, Saturday, $3,800 worth for shipment. I pretty much sold everything. Pretty much sold everything. I make sure I myself is standing where my stuff like hanging on there, right? I make sure I'm standing next to it. Well, I by the way, I still clean the bathroom. I even took the photograph, as a camera guy to shooting some pictures for their flyer. Yeah, I do everything in there. I wouldn't refuse any kind of job. Even I know the first week, some coworkers over there they're on purposely put me on the spot, like go clean the bathroom because no one love to clean the bathroom. You know what? I will do this shit. I will do it, no question doubt, because I know what I need. Yes. Uh, yeah. From there, my shipment's in, and I started making a moving, uh, and get an opportunity to come to the second big shipment was $180,000
From 3,800.
from 3,800.
Okay. Let me break this down real quick, right?
Yeah.
I hear your story. This is what I hear. You had an idea
Mm.
and you got the resource, right? We know you got the source, you got the sauce, right? Rather it's you have the hair, rather you're skilled to do hair, rather you're a barber, rather you're a good salesman. That source is what belongs to you,
Mm.
right? So you're sitting there and you're like, hey, I can bring all this hair to America. I'm about to be a fucking millionaire, right? That's in your mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna kill it, right?
Hmm.
You went and you said so I want to start from the beginning of the story. You got an office and you decked it out. You made it wow.
Wow.
No customers, no nothing.
Nothing.
You went all out.
I don't know what's a Google. I don't know what's Yelp or
Yeah,
whatever.
you
Yeah.
just made an office wow with
Yeah.
no customers,
Hmm.
okay? Then you went out to all these buyers and no one bought shit from you. So then you were like, okay, um, you seen a place that was hiring and you said, let them see who I am before they see what my product is,
Yes.
right? So you went back to last time's episode, which we were talking about, right?
Hmm.
And you worked in that place like you already owned it. You
Yes.
worked in that place the same way as if you worked in your own warehouse.
Yes.
Probably even better because you had something to prove over there,
Hmm.
right? So the lesson I see in this is number one big mistake that I see a lot of people getting into business,
Mm.
especially like new entrepreneurs,
Mm.
is they try to perfect everything right away.
Mm.
You didn't need that office. It didn't make your business better.
That was stupid.
And you probably spent a ton of money and a
Mm.
ton of time in designing and whatever.
Mm.
You end up closing that shit down in what, a couple months, right?
Yeah.
Well, whatever it may be.
3 months.
3 months.
Hmm.
People don't leave room for growth in business, which is very wrong.
Mm.
People want everything to be perfect right off the bat.
Mm.
The problem with perfection is that there's no room for growth after that. Like if you go and perfect something and you want it to look just like this, and this is why you keep procrastinating, and you're like, no, I need it to look like this. I need to have this here. I need to have that on the wall. I need to have this specific product. Dude, you're gonna be fucked. And a lot of people end up either never doing it or they give themselves no room for growth after. How many times have I renovated my first store? At
Oh,
least at least 6 or 7 times.
I can't
People
even remember,
I,
man.
I
Too
can say
much.
6 or 7 because it's almost once a year that I do
Yeah.
a little minor renovation. I change things up, I shake things up.
Mm.
You know who loves that?
Mm.
My customers.
Yes, sir.
You know why? Because they know where their money's being put back. When they're spending money in your store and you're consistently fixing it, bringing in new products, making it look nicer, making it more convenient for them to shop, to be able to pick things up and find things in the right places and things look nicer and they feel part of, they feel like their money is going into that, like, foundation, that
Mm-hmm.
building, and they're a part of that, right?
Mm,
They see where their money's going.
mm.
So the lesson from there is, don't try to perfect your business right off the bat. Start with what you got and continue to reinvest and grow it. And trust me, people around you will see it, and they will join your movement, and they will contribute to that and keep shopping with you, because you're not just running out buying a Ferrari when you make your first $250,000. You're taking,
That would be stupid,
but
man.
that's my thing, right? So that's the first part. So I'm glad you threw that in there, because a lot of people make that mistake. They want to
Mm,
open a salon, they
mm,
go throw 50, 60, $70,000 in decor,
mm.
and they don't got the customers for it. Okay?
Yeah.
So don't try to perfect whatever it is you're doing. Just start it. That's number one. Okay?
Mm.
Number two, you went somewhere as a business, you were technically a business owner, and you put your ego down. You said, fuck my ego, forget who I think I am, and what I have a problem, and the solution is this. You had a problem, you weren't making money, you didn't have your product in front of anybody's face. So you said, hey, instead of me trying to bring it to people to buy, let me show people who sell that my product can sell.
Mhm.
And you went in there and didn't even tell them who you were. Almost like an undercover boss, you know? Like, seriously.
Well,
And then
they.
you gave it your all, you showed them who you were. You gave yourself value to that store, to that warehouse. You showed them that they needed Steve now.
Yes, sir.
And then you came out and said, hey, I don't need that pay. I'm looking for an opportunity to partner with you. I can only imagine these guys' minds getting blown.
They're
Because,
offering me a partner after that.
of course,
Yeah.
who the fuck wouldn't? Like, and not just for you, for anybody.
Mm.
You know, we talked about it yesterday. Who wouldn't? When you come into someone else's home and treat it like your own house and try to contribute and try to, help them build and help them grow and make more money,
Mhm.
who wouldn't want you part of their team? And then instead of just selling them the idea of, guys, I have great hair at great price, you brought your hair at your own expense and said, if this shit don't sell, I'll just take it back.
Consignment sale.
And then
No one will say no.
no one will say no.
Mhm.
And I want to actually, that's such a good point. There's a lot of people out there that are making their own brands, that are trying to get into beauty supply stores. In my stores locally, I have a lot of people that sell like local creams, local soaps, their own edge controls, whatever, whatever. This is a big tip, okay? And this is going to put you guys on some game. Go to your local stores, but offer consignment, okay? You go to the stores, have a nice little display. Let's say you have 6 different products, okay? Put 3 on a display or 6 on a display. Go to a store and say, can I drop this off here? I'll make a contract with you. I'll come check on it every week. Whatever sells, you pay me for, and I will refill it.
Or if there's unnecessary for you to be there in person, because nobody know your own product better than yourself.
What do you mean?
Like you want to push your own product in somebody else's home, in somebody else's store. If it's necessary for anybody to being there in person to push your own product, because
like you as the, if I own that product, I should go to the store.
example, you own the product, you want to sell in my store, I use my store as your sales platform.
Yes.
Being there and push your product all day long. Because
Oh,
I don't know, even that's a consignment in my store, I don't know what's your product's consistency, what's your product's performance.
and you have a
And
thousand
you
other
know better
items.
than anybody.
And you have 1,000 other items. You're not worried about
I'm not
Steve's
worried about that.
edge control.
It's a consignment sale anyway.
Yes.
You have to think about the negative part of a consignment.
This is a really good point.
Nobody
by the way.
care.
Yes.
Nobody cares.
They don't care.
But consignment sale would easily get you into the game.
Yes.
And who's driving the game? Yourself.
80% of the sale comes from walking through the door. Back in the day, all the door-to-door salesmen, right? Who was the ones who would close? 80% of them were the ones that got into the house. You have to get your product in the door. That's step one. It's not gonna fucking sell itself. What he's saying is pick a time frame, a good day, right? You don't gotta be there all day every day, but let's say Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, you know that's the busiest time. You're out shopping. People are also out shopping. Now you do a little booth setup. You get a little table. No one knows your product better than you, right? So what you do now is all the customers that are coming into that store from 12 to 5, you make sure you showcase that product to every single person walking in there and watch your sales grow. People get your product, they get to try it, and then you bring value to the store because if you really truly have a good product, what's going to happen? They're going to come back after and say, hey, I need Steve's edge control. Oh shit, I took his product out of the store. And guess what? Second customer comes. Hey, I need Steve's edge control. Third customer comes. I need the edge control. Guess what the business owner is doing? Steve, I need your edge control. Well, hey, we don't do consignment no more. I don't give a shit. Give me a dozen, give me 2 dozen, give me 3 dozen. You got business. Bam, inside, and you're ready to go. That was a really, really fucking good point, actually.
Is this truly happening? Wait for my story beyond. Is exactly thing happening?
So I want to keep hearing. So,
So the
oh,
first.
and last point, sorry, last point. So after all this, just so everyone's on the same page, the first order you brought into the warehouse, 3,800, give or take. And then the second order after that was $180,000 fucking dollars.
Yes. Second
Bam.
order comes in $180,000, and I think so that was in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yes. Not majority. I mean, it's not 100%.
Of course,
but
of
majority.
course,
I
of
would say
course.
70%. Since then,
Like the hottest ones always go the quickest, right? Of those,
exactly.
yeah.
Since then,
That's crazy.
the owner started to have a nice relationship maintenance with me. Let's go out to a stripper club after we close. Yeah, let's go. Hey man, you think of become a partners? I said, look, man, I'm happy I have this opportunity from you guys. I really truly appreciate it. But I know myself, um, I wouldn't like. I don't see myself only being here, unfortunately. But I'm still to try to give you something back. Is I still put myself in here in person, and then you guys will be my first priority. Where my product like first arrival. Yes, I keep doing
So
that
you were
for a year.
stepping out at this point now,
Uh,
like from working inside there.
from working, there's nobody told me, Steve, you have to be here from 9 to 8.
Okay.
Nobody told me this no more. I be there 10, whatever, I leave early, leave at 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. Nobody told me anything because I don't really taking a pay.
Yes.
But when I'm there, I make sure, even if something is not related to my product, somebody else product, unbox, counting, and hanging, push the sale. I does like exactly my business because I know one day I will own this business.
Yes.
I still operating as my own
Confidence.
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 Yes.
Another thing we touched on last episode, guys. Confidence. Fake it till you make it. Believe in yourself, but make sure that you fucking make it. I love that. Confidence is key. You knew it. You seen it. You manifested it. You visioned it already.
So, yeah, that was on the third month. More people's, this industry knows everyone.
Yeah.
People start asking around, who's behind this warehouse? Who's their vendor? Why suddenly the warehouse
Booming.
booming like that? The average per day, I would say 20,000. The slowest day on Sunday, 8,000 a day.
Wow.
It was like not in the history.
Money is so good back then.
Oh man, that
We
was
miss
like,
those days. We
man,
don't got none of that no
when we
more.
sell those wigs and bundles like Apple,
That was before all this competition and online and everything.
All
Now
this
you'd be
bullshit.
lucky if you sell 20,000 in a fucking week.
I don't even know how to react.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so outside those beauty supply, they started curious. People in this industry started curious. Who is that guy behind them? Because they were not like that. And by the way, those are two partners, right? And everyone knows people knows each other, and they also know some friends visit here, verse split it around, right? And yeah, there's somebody come to me, look, that was XXX Beauty Supplies owner want to meet you, and they have 17 stores. Would you have a time for them?
Bam.
Yes. Instead of I go to their store, I got kicked it out from their manager, which is the owner. They're normally not in the store.
Of
The
course.
manager are wanted to show I am the manager power.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or case my ass right here. I would have cased people's ass for my opportunity.
Absolutely. And
But
you're fucking better.
at this moment, the owner come to me. I am talking to the owner's level. Now it's owner to owner. I started getting the first franchise locations, beauty supply in South Florida. Second one, third one, Tampa, Orlando.
So wait, you locked in with those 17 stores?
Yes, I did. And
Damn.
that
That's a
was a
round of applause.
massive
That's a good
order.
story.
We created their brand, and I took the most spot on their golden spot on the
Showcase.
wall. Yes, which is behind the cash register.
Wow.
Yes, because that's their brand, and they want to promote their own brand. We're the factory. We
Damn.
could do that. From there, I start to establish like a rocket, like a rocket. Yes, sir.
Wow.
And to today, I owns 319 account. Majority of them in East Coast, which is on this side. And no, this side, yeah, this side is East Coast, from South Florida
Coast.
all the way to
East
upstate New
Coast.
York,
East Coast.
Middle West, East
Yeah.
Coast,
Yeah. Coast.
Coast,
COAST.
COAST,
Coast.
Coast. No, Coast, Coast.
So wow, what a crazy story. Isn't it crazy how God works though? Isn't it crazy how God works? This is something I truly believe, right?
Mm.
I believe we pray for things, we ask God for things,
Mhm.
but He doesn't give you the thing you're asking for. He gives you the pathway to that thing. You know, you pray for patience. Please, God, give me more patience. I want to be more patient. For example, you have kids, I have kids. God, give me more patience with my kids. God's not going to make me wake up tomorrow morning and just, what? I don't got no temper. I'm patient. Hallelujah. Doesn't fucking happen. You know what's going to happen?
Mhm.
Your kid's going to annoy you double and triple
Mm.
and quadruple.
Mm.
And whatever it is that they're annoying you with, they're going to keep fucking doing it. Because that's the test.
Mm.
The test is that the patience, I have to earn it. And how do I earn it? By asking for patience.
Mhm.
And I'm getting the same problem over and over and over until I become patient and realize that this is just a kid. And I have to be XYZ with them.
Mm.
Same thing with money.
Mm.
Please, God, increase my money. Help me get more money. I need to do. What comes with more money? Oh my God. I'm so sick and tired of waking up at 5 in the morning. Oh, I can't deal with all these employees and all these customers and all these headaches. Oh my God, I'm getting complaints. Oh my God, I'm getting this, and that. Oh, my rent, my bills, my taxes, my whatever. Habibi, you ask for more money, God's going to give you the more responsibility. You know? It goes on so many factors. It goes on. So I remember one time, I was like, this is to tie in with that story, right? And I see it in my life all the time. When I pray for certain things, I'll be like, there's the test to get me to the thing that I want. That's how I look at it now, right? I remember I was asking for like a break. I was so fucking overworked, and I was probably going about a year and a half strong, hard, and I was gonna collapse. Like, I just moved. I spent all my money on the business. Everything was fucking upside down. So much stress. And they came and shut my store down during COVID.
Oh yeah, they shut everybody's store down
Yeah.
during COVID.
And
Yeah.
I was freaking out. But then I was like, hold on. I think God's talking to me.
Okay, you're the guy crazed the COVID, isn't it?
I needed a break.
Oh shit.
No, but you know, I really needed a break, and I wasn't gonna shut my store down. I wasn't gonna not go into work anymore. There was no employees. It was me and one person. And I got so stressed out, and then I'm like, yo, bro, chill. Like this is God's way of just saying, fucking take a break and take a real break. Like you got your business, you got this, you got that, you did all the shit. Breathe.
Mm,
So every time now, if I get sick and I can't go to work for a couple days,
mhm,
it's me asking for a break,
mhm.
and God is just saying, hey,
There you
chill at
go.
home for a couple days, spend a couple days in bed, have some tea, have some soup, and enjoy your life.
Mm,
When I ask for patience, I look for the things that are annoying me in my life,
mhm,
and I try to work around them. When I ask for more money, I try to see where I'm slacking and what I'm not giving to what I already got.
mhm,
And instead of complaining about my responsibilities,
mhm,
complaining about the bills, complaining about all the quote unquote problems.
mm.
How many people would trade anything and everything to have
Wondering
the
if I
problems?
ask God for more bitches in my life, what would it be coming?
Your wife outside with a knife and a machete saying, "Get the fuck out of here. I'm coming for you right now." That's what will happen. But to see the G Wagon drive right through the fucking window. That's what would happen. But it is crazy how God works. So wow, your story is, bro. Even you probably told me this story at some point in our friendship,
Mm,
and it still amazes me because you get into more detail, you get into more whatever, and
mm.
that's just fucking insane.
There's another part I would love to mention. It's about greedy part, about believing God. Okay, which is as a Chinese, majority of the majority of the Chinese, we're not born by any religion, right? Like not as in America, mm, everybody has a religion. Either you're Christian, uh,
Not
Muslim, the
everybody, but yeah, you're like majority.
majority,
You're
majority.
Christian,
Compare with
Muslim,
China,
Jewish, Catholic,
yes.
Hindu, whatever. We have atheists. I think America has a lot of atheists. I don't know the number exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 15% of Americans are atheists or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So since then, yeah, my business started picking up. A lot of store owners started reaching me out to do business. While same time, uh, you already know what's coming. Some bad customers coming.
Oh
People
God.
don't like to pay on time. People like to just get you a hard time, and you're always struggling. You always wish you want God send you more customer, and but the good ones,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, now you're being picky.
No, yeah,
God's
well,
like, go find another religion, bro.
hey,
This
hey,
is
hey,
just
it's the
not working for
time.
you.
It's the time.
You want everything?
Yeah, for those stress, right? Out of like people couldn't like pay on time. I have a lot bill need to pay, and there's just some dramatic thing happen inside the business. I was has a little depressed.
How
Like
how far were you in the business at this point, if you don't mind
it
me
was a
asking?
year and a half, almost two
So
years.
2 years after from when you started working with the warehouse, and now you're two
Yes.
years in. You got what, about 50 to 80 accounts? How many accounts would you say you're at
Oh
at that
wow.
point?
At that time, let me see. Just by Florida will easily has 60 account.
60?
Yeah,
Okay,
60
nice.
account.
60 accounts.
What
Okay.
the fuck is that?
I was making the noise that happens in
But
your
it
head.
works, man. It yeah.
So you're about 60 accounts
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
People would fucking die for that, right? And you're over here being greedy. No, I'm just kidding. You're motivated, you're hustling, you want more, and
No,
that's the
no,
way it should be.
about the greedy part, here's the thing. Sometimes the store paying me cash because for convenience, they don't need to deposit cash to the bank. You just come here and pick it up the cash same time, make a delivery. Okay, I would love to do that. When people counting cash, sometimes more, sometimes less. When's less, look, this is $20 short, $60 short, $100 short, and they will get me back. When it's extra, you know what? I keep it in my pocket. $20, $40, and $400. I keep that cash into my pocket. Well, free money, why not? And this guy has a hard time to pay. Or, you know, uh, just sending me those cash for no reason. I will keep it. Why not? And then when I had a deep press, I started to, I saw it was a heart condition. I couldn't breathe when I'm driving. Either lung problem, either heart problem, but when I went to emergency room, checked, there's nothing. I'm healthy, and but I find out I got a anxiety for, you know, whatever the drama, the problems on the business. So I started reading book. I started like maybe think I should have maybe just go to a church. One of my friend actually he said, you know what? Come to the church because my condition was bad. I couldn't functioning. That was a Sunday. I go to church. You want to come with me? Well, you know what? Let's go.
You don't have God in your life at this point, like,
I know there's a God.
yeah, but
Yeah.
you're not like, you don't have a religion
Yeah,
type thing.
but we have so many different like church, temple, mosque. That's like a business.
Yeah,
That's like a business to me back in the day. I
yeah.
don't know what's to choose, which one, who's right, who's wrong. But I know there's a God. Um, went to church on Sunday. After that, I started getting interesting. Uh, why there's not much religion? I wanted to figure it out. I went to church. I went to different places. Then I finally talked to a sheikh
Hmm.
about my anxieties. I didn't know that was anxiety until the doctor told me. I was told the sheikh I got anxieties, but I don't know what's this for. I need help. And that was bad. I couldn't breathe. It's bothering my life. I couldn't sleep well. Yes. And then, sheikh told me about the Qurans. I couldn't understand what's wrote inside the Quran. I was following some imad. And then too I heard about how to do the business on Islamic way. Then I realized to keep extra cash into my pocket, which is not belong to you, this is haram,
Yeah,
and this is bad. You're gonna pay somewhere else, even double and triple.
that's
I
crazy.
I I gotta pay a lot out, even my life, and bothers my life. And then some shitty people is showing up in my life. I don't know from where. I started to just practice, start to follow the imams. What's the right way to do business, to think, to deal with people. Yeah. So that was my first movement. Started returning extra money. Hey, there's $60 extra. There is $400 extra. Until there's a day I went to somebody's office. He made 80,000 some change order. Um, I went to his office. He has 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, which is 9 bundles sitting in front of me, right? Each bundle, obviously, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. And the last nine bundle, the number nine bundles, which is the change, 80 something, right? 80 something. That was the change. Count the first bundle. Each bundle has change, $5, $10, $100, $50. Different thickness. Some 10,000 like this big, some 10,000 like this
Hmm.
thick,
Hmm.
right? Depends the bill. First bundle, 10, second 10, 10, 10, 10, onto the seventh bundle. I count it's 20. But that's not a most thickest one.
A
I,
lot of big bills.
a lot of big bills, 50, hundreds. I take this bundle. I say, sir, count this bundle because there's two more bundle left. Number 8, which is 10,000. Number 9, which is change. Count this bundle. I count number 8, 10,000. Count the change. Is the change. Match the amount. So that was the mistake. He made
10,000.
it. And the number 7 bundles, 20,000.
Shit.
I say, count it. He counted. How much is it? 20,000. Okay. Keep 10,000 and give me 10. Give me the rest. He said, what? That was a discount or what? I said, I wish I can get you a $10,000 discount. I would have said that before I made the delivery, before you paid me. I would make you happy before this. Actually, that was extra.
Damn.
Yes, that was extra. I think that was the last test from God.
That was,
That was the last test from
bro.
God.
We just talked about it.
Yes.
You're at, wow.
That was the last test because I was asking God. You read about that? I was asking God. I don't want any shitty customer drama in my life. I want
Bam,
I want
bam.
something good.
I
I want
was
something
just
good.
talking about that, bro. You asked for
I s-
something and he kept giving you the same shit. And look, I'm sure you weren't like I wouldn't look at it as like you were stealing from people, but you were busy, 60 stores, getting cash left, right, and center. To call someone
well,
back
I
and
don't care if you tell me I was stealing from people. I mean, I admit it. I did keep the extra money in my
that's
pockets.
fucking
Well,
true,
you can
bro.
call it stealing. Shame on me.
Yeah,
But well, I I,
that's
I
crazy,
learned it.
bro.
Yeah.
And you asked for better customers, more business, and
Oh
God
man.
gave you the biggest,
Guess
best.
what happened after that? I
Fuck.
returned the 10,000 to him, and then he said, "You know, Steve, from now on, I really look at you up. Uh, It's like you're different. You're different. I don't think anyone
Because
would
he
do
probably would have
if you."
never noticed
Oh
that.
yeah, he said, "Anything I have for this week, I would count as 10, 10, 10 in the bundles to keep in the safe. And coming Monday, I would deposit to the bank. The bank will count. I never have the overcounting issues, but this is probably my first time made this issue.
Damn.
Return it, Steve. From now on, I look at you different. I left from the house, man. My whole body. I swear to God, you don't know how I feels, man. My whole body's light. My whole body's become light. My life since that day complete changed. There's a dream house. Me and my wife will watch on the YouTube, which is the one I living there right
That's
now.
fucking crazy, bro.
I swear to God, like me and my wife, we always talking about G wagon. That's her dream car. That's also my dream car. Yeah, I will work my ass off. We will get this car, and then we will think about how to redecor our house, the first one. And then I will try to get some, pictures or ideas from the YouTube showing house showing until there shows there's a house showing in Boca. Saw the house, new build, excellent, my dream house. I was telling my wife that's our end goal. When we move to there, I don't want to think of anything else in my life. That will be my goal. That will be my goal. Man, starting from that day, about 9 months later, guess what? Me and my wife, we went to the builder, we secure a lot, we built the house, and we're living there right now. And then my wife, she's driving the second G wagon I bought for her.
I love that, man. Are you accepting more wives at the moment? You're Muslim now, right?
Yes,
Nice,
well, that's the main
alhamdulillah.
thing. I converted to Muslim.
Don't say that, then I'll get in trouble. I helped you
Oh, he's
convert.
the one converted me and
Alhamdulillah.
drive me out from my house. Look, man. No, no, I'm kidding.
So what a fucking story, bro. Like, guys, God. I don't look. I'm not here to put religion on people and choose this one and choose that one.
We just sharing stories. Mhm.
Of course, 100%.
The
But
how
guys, God
I'm sorry,
is
how I getting about the religions is the first friend took me to the church that I started to figure it out.
yeah,
Yeah,
like you chose your own path.
I choose. Yeah,
But God
my
is
own
God,
decisions.
bro.
Yeah.
God is God. And there's one God, and that's the most important thing that everybody needs to realize. And
Hmm.
the faith, you got to have faith in God. If you don't I believe this truly. If you don't have faith in God, it's very hard to be very successful because we don't see God, we don't hear God, we don't feel God, smell God, nothing. But we believe in Him.
Hmm.
And to me, it's like you don't see your talent, you don't see what's yours, what's coming to you, but you have to also believe, you have to have the faith. The faith is what gets you to that next level. You know what I mean? The faith is what gets you to where you're going. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in God. You have to believe in a higher power. And we always give all of our thanks to God for everything that we have today.
Alhamdulillah, man.
Thank you, God, for
Alhamdulillah.
everything, for
Hmm.
everything. Alhamdulillah, times a million. We're so blessed to be where we are and done what we've done. And It's so crazy. I love the story. I love, hearing about what you went through. And I know there's even 10 times more details. Um, we're coming up with like a few minutes left, but I kind of want to throw something for a future podcast idea out
Mm,
there.
mm.
We just jump on here. We never talk about what we're going to talk about. We don't make a script or like
This is
5 minutes before we
this
turn
is
it
a
on.
thing for a podcast. We
Yeah,
have to be really for
just
real.
straight,
Yeah.
raw, unedited,
Mm-hmm.
uncut. That's what we wanted to do from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Even today, like 5 minutes before we start, okay, let's run it back from yesterday. Like that, we just talk, right? But I do want to ask you to do one thing for the next one,
Mm,
only because I don't want to just put you on the spot for it, and I'll also do it myself.
mm,
I don't want to just put you on the spot and then you have to come up with the story, and then
mm.
later you might be like, shit, I used that story, but this is a better story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
That's a good point.
I want our next podcast, rather it takes an episode or two as well, it doesn't matter. I want you to think of one or two, but if there's one that's strong,
Mm.
of the darkest times in your life. Maybe,
Oh.
okay, you see how you talked about the depression and whatever you went through?
Yeah.
Maybe we can like get a little bit more details, and
Mm-hmm.
if that's it, maybe that's not the darkest part of your life. But
Mm,
I want you to lock in and think of one of the darkest moments that you've went through in your life,
mm,
and how you came out of it, how you overcame it.
mm.
And the reason is because, look, at the end of the day, there's so many people go through struggles every single day, right? We know that. Like, it could be, with business, it could be with life, you could be, mourning somebody who just passed away, you could be dealing with somebody who has a sickness, maybe you're trying to get pregnant, maybe you're trying to get a promotion, maybe you're trying to start your own
I'm
thing.
never trying to get pregnant. Me myself? Myself getting pregnant? What are you talking about? LGBT.
So, um, my thing is that I feel like if we share with people
Mm-hmm.
some of our darkest points and how we came out of them,
Mm-hmm.
we can shed light and really help people get out of a dark situation that they're going through, maybe even right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The economy is upside down right now.
Mm.
People are fed up with these politics and everything that's just going on. I feel like it's 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 sad almost, like it's like the energy, there's a lot more negative energy out there
Mm.
than there's positive energy.
Mm.
And I really feel like sharing a story, even if it just helps one person, bro, I feel like we should do that. So I'd like for you to just think
Please.
of one moment,
Mm-hmm.
think about it today, tomorrow, whenever,
Mm.
and let's share
I'm
that
down, man.
story,
I'm down.
and it is what it is, whatever happens happens, but just let it out, bro. And I feel like it's very important because
Mm.
people need to hear, man. People need to know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, rather they see it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And you or me or anybody, we might be that reason they spark that faith back up. You know what I mean?
We'll
So
do our best,
just
man.
think of something and let's relay the message to everybody. Aside from that, to be honest, guys, so, something that I really want to say is success is boring. Okay, guys? It is very boring. You're gonna go through a year to 2 to 3 of just doing the same stuff
Over and over.
over and over. It sucks. It's a routine. It's, even if you love what you do, eventually it just gets boring. It is boring. Getting
I
getting
don't
up there
care
is,
what you do. Everything get bored.
but that boredom is very temporary. And what it creates later is a lifetime of happiness and fun, because it puts you in a position after where you get to enjoy and do the things that you want to do. I remember at one point we almost didn't talk for a year and a half when we were both grinding, like
Oh yeah.
not talk, but
Like.
hi, bye,
Mm-hmm.
what's up,
Like for hanging out and like a random talk. We don't got time for
we didn't
that.
have time for that.
Yeah.
You were locked the fuck in, I was locked the fuck in, and we were doing what we had to do. And I could tell you that that was probably the most boring time of my life. When I first moved down here, people would say to me like, "Must be nice being in Florida on the beach." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I've been here for 2 years. I've seen the beach twice. One time I went on the beach. The second time I drove by it. That's it. Like I was locked in. Nothing could stop me. I know that you went through a similar situation, but guys, success is boring, all right? It's what it gives you later where now we get to have fun. Now we get to, you know, have our stores running, and if we want to go out for an hour and play a 9 hole, if we want to go shooting, if we want to take out a yacht and just take our families out, fly to different states, eat whatever we want. Okay, now, but that took years of stress, dedication, consistency, discipline, and we're not even a finished product yet. I would
We're
say we're 30 to 40% of where we want to even be. If I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We both have we know what our plans
bro, for
are.
the thing we want to do, probably we're at 20% right
We're
now,
probably
20
just
to
getting started.
25%. Yeah, it
Holy
is.
shit. Holy shit, I gotta get to work. Cancel all the plans this weekend. But guys, hustle and hair, right? The hustle, the hair world, and everything in between. So if you guys feel like you'd be a great fit to join us in this podcast, we'd love to hear your story. We will be dropping an email in the future, but you could always comment down below or send us a direct message and shoot us a story and let us know. I mean, we'd love to get you on here and hear your story. It doesn't matter where you are, guys. We are still building. We're not some multi-millionaire billionaires out here trying to tell you guys this is the way of life. We're all here to learn. We're all growing together, and we'd love to have you on this podcast and hear your story. And I guess I'm just gonna leave it at that until the next time, right?
Let's go. I can't wait.
Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys follow, and please don't forget
Subscribe it.
subscribe.
What about that now?
Thank you.
All right.